of boyfriend's Nana's pies.
Never go wrong with
specifically her apple pie with a tub of vanilla ice cream.
Hell yeah!
Yes.
With brownies.
Isabella, on the other hand, I now have to figure out if she's ever had a Thanksgiving, because she was raised by nuns in a church and they take a vow of poverty, typically. So I don't think Isabella's ever had like a proper Thanksgiving.
No, they would celebrate because there would be mass and stuff for it. So yeah.
I know, but I don't know if she's gone to like a proper Thanksgiving like family dinner, unless Ryder just like, hey, you're coming with me this weekend for something.
That sounds accurate, actually.
Yeah.
I could picture Isabella not so much as like bringing something as offering to help cook in the kitchen, because that's actually one of the things she does is she stress cooks whenever she starts to feel that itch. So typically if you see her like in the kitchen making a lot of stew, you know it's a not so good day.
Okay.
She's taking after her mama, Dorame, because Dorame does that too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Isabella's been doing that since she was alive the first time. Ryder got a lot of stew and a lot of bread because she would make so much there'd be too much for the convent. That's how much she would make.
I'm surprised that nobody who watches Embracing Shadows made a joke about Rose there.
I know, we
All
left
the
it wide
cookies.
open. Where do you think I got the idea from with Dorame? Like, that's a stress thing. Because actually, I do that too. Sometimes I stress cook.
That's it. My next backup character is going to be a chef.
So,
I like it.
Krisha, what would you bring?
I already said that I would bring rolls and a chocolate pie. Lizzie would probably, just trying to like orchestrate all of this, would bring probably some sort of meat. Maybe bring like a chicken or like a turkey to this. Yeah. And she would probably cut it because she's like, out of the way, I was a surgeon.
Okay, what about Cassie?
Out of my way, I was a
Love
surgeon.
that.
What's up, Ocean?
I know exactly what Jimmy would bring to
Hold on,
Thanksgiving.
we forgot one. Cassie.
A spot. Yeah.
Cassie would probably bring the plates, the forks, the knives. Like, if Audley's gonna be decorating, then she's just gonna bring, like, the tableware, like cups, glasses, all of that.
Go ahead, Ocean.
Okay. So I believe that Jimmy would bring the spiraled ham glaze.
And then I'll round it out by saying I'm gonna bring the inappropriate narration for the entire evening. Nobody gets out of this alive.
So I'm just wondering what the NPCs would bring. Like, I could see maybe bringing vodka. I could see Ryder bringing like a whole like cocktail shaker setup. It says it basically says these people trying to mix their drinks is like, hold on,
Right.
and just takes that over. Seraphina's, I don't know what Seraphina would bring.
Seraphina would bring the good wine.
Yes, Marley.
Maybe would bring a lot of alcohol and then keep me from drinking it the entire time.
Yep.
You might say. Maybe might bring a lot of alcohol. Yes, Ocean.
Tyrion would bring Skittles, Reese's Pieces, and M&Ms all mixed together. And...
Joke's on you. I do that for fun.
And Bone Collector will bring the mashed potatoes and gravy.
Prue?
Val would have ordered catering.
I would also like to slightly change my answer to an actual item. Prunella, instead of bringing something her sister made, she would bring the canned cranberry sauce.
Okay.
Do not knock that. That is amazing.
Yep, slice it up.
I will defend that.
It's
to
a
my
necessary.
dying
It's a must. It's not a dinner unless you have
Mary?
it.
She doesn't have to cook. She knows it's like everyone has this at Thanksgiving, and she can just bring it, put it on the table. I have contributed. I'm done.
Myriad will be along. Yes, Ocean.
Thank you.
Last thing, Buddy will bring the turkey.
I can see Buddy being in charge of deep frying the turkey. I can see Buddy doing that, just like doing like the Alton Brown way with the step ladder and dipping it in and all that, and just keeping everybody away from it, and just being
Anyway.
like, turkey lowering zone, everybody back off.
Anyway, allow the storyteller with her chaos to say what she needs to say.
Myriad will be along when Myriad is along. For the moment. Is our flight attendant ready? Take it away.
One moment, please. I'm tippy typing. I need a second. I'm updating my character sheet because I thought I had more time. I didn't realize I was next to Bat.
I mean, you could do that during game.
I mean, you can do that during game.
Check that off the list.
What's up, everybody?
When did we invite Ghostface to the table?
Who's ready for another night of Vampire the Masquerade? I sure am. But before we get started, we gotta make sure that we got our beautiful math rocks, whether they're online or whether they're in person. And to know what rolls to make, you have your character sheet. Whether you're old-fashioned, you have it on paper, or you have it on your phone, on your computer, you got it. And then also, you have the VTM handbook ready to go, so you know what rolls to make. Also, you got your beverages, whether you have one that caffeinates, whether you have one that hydrates, or all the lovely in between. You're ready to go. If you need a snack, you got a snack. Also, we have a lovely doodad called the Chicken of Concern. Now, when the Chicken of Concern comes up on screen, it's basically our nonverbal way of saying, hey, you okay? And there are a couple answers you could give. You could give a thumbs up, which means I'm doing good. Let's keep going. We have which means I would like a break soon. I'm okay, but And then we have thumbs down. And when the thumbs down goes up, that means I'm bad. We stop the game. Whether we all need to have a conversation or the storyteller and others need to have a side conversation, because we love drama and we love having, like, traumatizing the characters. However, we are not here to traumatize the players. Safety is our main goal. Also, another thing, there are a lot of people on stage tonight, so just be patient. Make sure you have your little chat with the storytellers ready to go in case you need to send a message. But patience is key. There are a lot of us on stage and a lot of things that need to happen. All right, have fun. Don't get hurt out there.
Or, you know, do whatever floats your boat. Storyteller's willing to narrate if you want to get hurt. We can make that happen. either emotionally or physically. I mean, that's player choice, I suppose.
I mean, if you're into that.
Well, welcome to the table. We're going to do things a little differently tonight. First off, we have 2 groups that split. Cliff Notes version. Who wants to go first for recap? Jimmy, take it away.
All right, so let me pull up my notes real quick.
All 5 of them?
All right, so, well, there's enough. So last time on Coterie DBZ, or whatever, we were left in front of Ryder. We had a bit of a backtrack, where he was about to do some illicit drugs of some kind. While Sweets, Dorothea, and Audley were trying to talk him out of it and give the message that Isabella will be returning. Managed to actually get it away from him and talk with him until he finally started to come back to reality a bit when we heard a werewolf growl, of which Audley and Sweets and Dorothea and Jimmy all kind of froze and was kind of in the moment of going, what do we do, when Jimmy had a premonition. Jimmy's premonition gave the only way out to get exactly what needed to happen done without anyone dying, and he conveyed it to the rest. And oddly enough, surprisingly enough, the Coterie worked together to not only get Ryder to be bit, to punch the werewolf in the face, stab the werewolf in the jaw, and then pull essentially Ryder out of safety, that we finally got back to apparently the hospital, where we ended up seeing Ryder come in and look at all of us and thank us and tell us that he owes us. And we also found out that the werewolf that bit him and turned him was Moon Moon, and we can thank Dorothea for Moon Moon.
Who would like to go from the other group?
I believe I will.
Take it away.
Okay, so after we got our group, after we got shunted back to present day, Maki receives a call from Serafina saying, hey, I need you to go to this bar called The Local, and I need you to find this girl called Cassie and bring her to the Pussycat, or bring her to my place. Because we don't talk about the Pussycat unless we're in the Pussycat. So we go there, see this poor, disheveled, emaciated young lady who looks like she's seen some shit. Only to finding out through conversation that she's a little wary from having escaped her previous life. Isabella gets the grand idea of asking, hey, do you want something to eat? And we all go down to the Dorme's diner that she normally conducts business out of. They go in, they basically have a turkey club and pie and soup, where eventually Cassie explains about her life working as a blood doll, and it was not a great life for her. So after some talk, going back and forth for a little bit, we eventually convince her to at least come with us to the Velvet Pussycat and just hear Seraphina out. And that's where we last left off. And of course, it was at the end that we realized not only did we not see the cat that Isabella wanted when we first left, but we're also missing a Prue.
Fascinating. So we're going to do things a little differently tonight with downtimes. Your downtimes were not sent out because your storyteller's a dumbass and forgot to send the forms out. So we're going to go quickly. If you have anything you want to address, please raise your hands when it comes to downtimes. Just one? No, two? Three?
I have already sent you and the other storytellers in chat basically what I think has happened since the last time Prue showed
So we
up.
have three. So we're going to start with Audley. Oh, and Dorme, so we got four.
Audley,
Go ahead.
Audley's main concern is to make sure that Goose is okay.
We can say that you have checked in with Goose. Goose has reappeared. He has no idea what the fuck happened. He had no idea the time was even missing. But he is fine. Was there anything else?
No, that was
Dorme.
it.
Dorme wants to check in with her ghouls, and also wants to see if it is possible that the local might be for sale, because she wants to buy it.
So your girls say that, I mean, everything's pretty much business as usual. As for whether or not the local's for sale, because I love adding a bit of randomness to this, how lucky you feeling tonight?
Dorme, she's feeling pretty good. She's feeling pretty lucky. Doesn't see any reason why the bartender wouldn't sell. Place is a garbage heap.
The bartender claims sentimental value and is asking well above market price.
How much?
Well, that'll be a discussion for you guys later. Right, Jimmy, you're up next.
I have three things. One, get in contact with Sammy
Okay.
to see on the business aspect of something that we had talked about
Okay.
previously.
You two can talk about that off screen.
Yeah, actually. Okay. Two, make sure that the building is up to code. Three, I want to spend 3 points of my XP into insight emotions, not empathy, emotions. It's an insight specialty, should be 3 XP.
Subtract the XP, add your specialty. And last but not least, sweets.
Sweets would have checked in with her ghoul, Lucas. First things first. And then taking care of any business that could have piled up while she was out. Make sure she checks in with her sister. Drink. She has basically like a freezer that she keeps packs in, so that should not be a problem. And then she would just start to logistically think about that thing that I mentioned in my 3 points.
Okay. I see no problem with that. ASTs, if you can make a note in the storyteller chats, that would be great. And we can track that after session, because least of my worries at the moment.
Sorry, could you mention that again? I was very distracted by my ice cream cake.
I'll send you notes later. Don't worry about it.
1 second.
I shall summarize.
Yeah,
at the
you can put it in the
meeting.
storyteller chat if you want. Or the players can send it to the storyteller chat so we can just track it later. For behind the scenes purposes, no specific reason. That being said, how are you guys doing tonight? There's a lot of you here.
We'll see if I'm drunk by the end.
Dora may could use a drink.
Both me and Prue are exhausted for two very different reasons.
Yeah? You want to go into that?
Me is coming off of a 4-day convention weekend. Prue is coming back from a job that she got pulled into doing for a client. That pulled her away from what she wanted to be doing.
Well, I guess we should probably get ready to flip over here. One moment. That is way too bright. One moment while I adjust my studio setup here. Close enough. And we're going to change up our music.
Out of character moment. Is anybody else jealous of Paulina's ice cream cake right
yes.
now? Because I really could use some. Not gonna lie to you.
It's a cotton candy ice
fuck
cream
you.
cake.
Share!
Oh. Somebody let me know when Myriad hops into the audience so I can adjust accordingly. Hello, Kindred. How are we this evening?
Cautiously optimistic.
Hungry.
Same.
Well, I suppose we could take care of that by getting you all to roll me a rouse check.
ST, does that include me?
Yep.
Sweet.
Pass for Sammy, pass for Jimmy.
Fail.
Add a point of hunger to your hunger track. Sweets, you as well. Pass for Audley. That's a fail. Okay, thank you. Prue?
So to refresh, rouse checks are rolling one of the
a singular D10. Myriad in the audience. Okay, 1 second, Myriad. You roll a singular D10. 6 and above is a pass. 5 and below is a fail.
I rolled
then
a
you
1.
Get 1 point hunger. Myriad, come on up. You have perfect timing. I will adjust our cameras once you get up here.
Some of us are feeling peckish.
You know, considering what I literally just said about Prue being exhausted after a job, that makes sense.
1 moment.
Total canon. A total
Here.
narration. Accidental
here.
narration worked out.
You go here. 1 moment while people fly around the screen. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and pause that music for a moment. Is anybody else out of order? I don't think so. Cool. Annalie's window slides over just a touch in that direction. Dora May's window slides over just a touch in that direction. Now I get to go add my camera, because apparently Myriad took my place. Window capture. This is... Oh, that is not the window I want.
Part of my plan.
I want this one. Where am I at? There I am, down at the bottom. Of course I am. This window goes here. And then this slides all the way down here. I'm sorry, but your answer is wrong. How much did you wager?
All my money.
All of it.
All my money except $1.
Alrighty, let's get back to it.
Rest in peace, Alex Trebek, another great Canadian.
You guys have had a bit of an adventure. Shenanigans abound. One group has actually affected some change. You all, as you're all rolling a rouse check, one thing becomes very clear. As you wake up, you're in the hospital. Some of you waking up in your beds, all of you waking up in your beds, pulling yourselves out, going about your wake-up routines at the beginning of the night. Feeding if you need to, a couple of bags of blood for a point of hunger. And one by one, you start bumping into each other. Half of you happen to come across Isabella, who looks a fair bit different than she did a couple of days ago. There's been changes to piercings, tattoos, hair color. Even some of her mannerisms are slightly off. We're going to pick up tonight in the cafeteria as you all pull yourselves together and get ready for whatever is coming next.
Clarification. When you say everyone, have I returned and I'm also there, or am I coming in later?
You will be introduced shortly. Thank you for the clarification. My bad on that oversight. Yes, sweets.
Isabella is...
Sorry, I wanted to clarify as well, because not all of us live at the hospital. Is that just, like, are we all, like, when you said we all wake up in our beds, like, our own beds in our own homes? Or are we all waking up at the hospital?
For expediency, we're going to say you wake up at the hospital, because if you wake up at your place, it's going to be really awkward. Will you just wait for half the night to do anything?
No worries. Just, thank you.
Go ahead, Isabella.
Isabella is already in the cafeteria. She has her leather jacket on the back of her chair as she is eating a bowl of cereal. Well, I imagine some of the werewolves who have unofficially adopted her are just staring her down to make sure she actually eats, and she's just pointedly ignoring them.
They're not really saying anything, but you can tell Isabella isn't really happy about this. One of the werewolves, as Isabella tries to put the bowl down, puts his hand on her shoulder, pushes her right back down into the seat, and once again shoves that bowl right back into her face.
I'm not that hungry! I ate! I had half the bowl!
And we were told to make sure that you finished it all. Do we have to tie you up again?
No one eats this much in the morning!
It's nighttime.
No one eats this much when they first wake up!
Some people eat more.
Those people are
Do we have to
weird!
go get Ryder?
The fact you guys keep pulling that card is starting to get on
Or
my
Ricky?
nerves. She begrudgingly picks up the spoon and continues eating, muttering under her breath.
Yes, Jimmy.
Did we all go into the kitchen?
Yeah, you'd all be in the cafeteria at this point. Just for sake of expediency, we're going to assume you kind of went through your wake-up routines and all that, and you one by one filtered your way into the cafeteria.
Okay. Jimmy walks over, grabs a glass, pours a glass of water, sits down next to Isabella. I know what it's like not being a waking up person.
I tried to go do things, and all of a sudden I'm picked up like a sack of potatoes and brought here. This is the second time this has happened.
I was there for both times, I believe. At least you're not tied up this time.
And as they're talking, Dorame would round the corner with like a thing made up of like a tray made up of pre-made scrambled eggs and sausage to put on the warmers in the cafeteria. You think after the first time she'd learn. And she just sets it on the warmer. Okay, okay, guys, soup's on.
So, Isabella, if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here, okay?
We're talking now.
If you need someone to vent to, you can always come to me, and I will always have an ear open for you, if you need it.
You're trying to do that thing where I talk about my feelings.
Did I ever once say in that, how do you feel?
No, but you're using the same speech patterns that Potts uses. And I had to share a hospital with that guy for 40 years.
I'm not him. It's just, if you need a friend to talk to, I'm here, okay?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Just, if you change your mind.
Isabella, there's no reason to be standoffish as she plates up something for, I don't know which wolves are in there, but she's plating up some things for the wolves. As she
Sassy, Chance, and Shadow.
Okay. She plates them up for Sassy. Here you go, hon.
The plate is taken. An appreciative nod. Sassy doesn't say much.
Plates them up for Chance. Is Chance younger or older than Shadow?
Younger. And looks...
Then he gets a little...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Jinx, she'll plate up just a slightly bigger scoop, but not huge. But just enough so make sure he gets a little extra protein in.
He seems to be eyeing the bacon rather ravenously.
She'll notice and she'll look over at Chance. At Chance. You're not gonna give Isabella too hard of a time today?
That depends on how difficult she is, I suppose.
She's trying.
Oh, she's definitely trying.
That she is. And it wouldn't be her if it wasn't. She'll put some couple strips of bacon on the plate.
And Chance will move off.
Jimmy gets up and walks over to the new person that's apparently in the kitchen.
You talking about Prue?
No. He's met Prue. He hasn't met this girl before. Oh wait, is she even there?
Depends who you're talking about.
Cass.
Cass is not there.
Okay, Cass is not there then, okay. Then I'm going up to Prue.
Is Prue there yet?
Prue is not there yet.
Okay, never mind then.
Stupid mute button. Give us a sec, we'll get there.
This is what happens when you get told, everybody's here. Wait, not everybody's here.
Audley's...
We established that Prue wasn't there yet, and Cassie is at the Pussycat because that was the mission, was to bring her there.
Dorothy is there. She's pretty quiet. And Audley is utterly quiet today.
Sweets is literally sitting in a pew playing on her phone. It's probably a racing game.
Jimmy's walking over to Sweets and sitting in her lap.
Just stepping to the side for a sec. Marley, I know I'm poking at you.
No, I was trying to participate, but then others started talking.
Go ahead.
So Audley is going to be messing with maybe fighting over a plate, knowing that she's not allowed to eat food because it makes her sick. But he shouldn't have bacon because he's a meanie head. So she is currently climbing on him while he's trying to hold the plate out of reach. And all anyone can see is just her trying to climb on his shoulders to reach the plate, to eat the food she's not allowed to have, to keep him from having it because he is...
You climb all the way up his shoulders, and he moves the plate down lower.
She's going to fall on the floor, and this is all you're going to see. It's just her trying to climb him and then falling over and over and over again, while neither of them get to eat, because stubborn.
$5 on squirrels.
He looks at you after a while, Audley. Listen, if I don't get to eat, I get cranky. You think I'm bad on a good day? You should see me when I haven't eaten.
Fine. But I'm gonna tell on you. It's gonna happen. Daddy listens to me, okay?
That's news to me.
Excuse
Wait, who?
me. I
Your father's here?
I saved Daddy's life, so he is Daddy, okay?
I thought you ate your daddy.
No, your daddy is my daddy.
I don't get paid.
I did eat that.
I don't get paid enough for these conversations, and maybe walks over to the bar where the food is being served.
Dorme's gonna shout at Audley. Audley, leave that poor boy alone. He already has a tough job as it is looking after you. If he wants bacon, he can have bacon.
She's trying to help him learn to share.
You can't have any, genius.
Jimmy's getting up and going over to the bacon now. And taking a piece and going, ooh,
As
bacon.
you put it in your mouth... Sorry, Sweets, what were you going to say?
Oh, nothing. Sweets is saying nothing. Sweets is looking at her phone, playing her little game, and just hoping that she doesn't get any vomit on her shoes at this point.
Dorothea?
Dorothea's just lurking by the wall.
You know, in true Dorothea fashion. Sammy?
I would imagine, Sammy, you guys hear her before you see her. She's essentially talking like plans and stuff like that. You hear her talking to what's clearly Jasper and Grace as they eventually come around the corner. It's like, so how far are we on the plans at this point? And you'd probably see Jasper come around with like a tablet in his hand so they can walk and talk while these two also get breakfast.
He's actually gotten really efficient at that. He's like completely organized. He's got his own like cloud storage system, files linking to files and websites. Like it only takes him a couple of clicks to get any information you might need about things. He's come a fair ways.
Yeah, she's just getting an update on the trip and all of that stuff while they're walking, and just come in the room, and she just sits down while they're still having the conversation, not stopping at all. It's just a continuous flow with no breath whatsoever.
Oh, by the way, Sammy, I meant to mention your cork board, the one that you have back at your office. I may have made some improvements for you.
Oh, really?
I may have designed you a portable one. Completely electronic. And encrypted.
Oh, you gorgeous man.
You can carry it on your phone, you can carry it on a tablet. And if you want, you can sync it to my cloud storage so I can monitor kind of what's going on, and I can act as, I don't know, information getter, researcher, whatever you need.
Hopefully we won't need it in Vegas, famous last words. But that's really good to know.
I'll give you all the login details later, but I just thought you'd know as kind of an early gift.
Perfect. Thank you. And then she leans up and gives him a kiss on the cheek. You get the feeling it would have been more, but literally everyone is standing in the room.
He gives you a quick peck back, and then a moment later, both he and Grace are up at the buffet lineup. At which point, Ryder walks into the room grumbling something about needing coffee and not enough caffeine in the world, and something about squabbles way too early in the morning and needing to work on pack dynamics.
Dorme will kind of just lean. She'll look at Jasper and Grace and be like, 1 second, guys. Ryder, there's fresh pot on for you.
Got a couple of sausages to go with that.
And bacon.
Slap some on a plate for me. I'll be over in a moment. By the way, Isabella, have you ordered any construction on the place recently?
Have I? Isabella's gonna pause, think it over, take out her little book of big questions and start flipping through it.
There's no record in it.
No. Why?
I heard, sounded like something was being slammed down one of the side hallways. A lot of banging going on. I have no idea, and I don't have the brain cells to deal with it today.
Maybe it's the ghosts. Isabella tries to stand up again to go check.
And a moment later, one of the wolves, hand on shoulder, sit.
I am not a dog!
Close enough.
Is that
I take offense for that.
You take offense to it.
Woof woof.
Yeah, you and like most of the people who live here.
I don't sit on command.
Ryder.
That's because you're disobedient.
Ryder looks over. There's a glint in his eye. Smirk. He takes a very long sip from his cup of black coffee. If you sit, I'll give you a treat.
She plops on
Good
the
girl.
floor.
Jimmy's going over to Dorme. Oh, if there's ghosts, do you possibly want to join me in figuring it out?
I want to go. I finished the cereal. It's all gone. Please. I haven't seen the ghost since I got
Chance
back.
looks over at you, Isabella, looks down at the bowl, sees that it's empty. Fine.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Love you guys. And she like bolts out of it to go down the hallway to see if she can like find the ghosts.
Wait for me. I'll be right there. And she finishes serving up Jasper and Grace, and also making sure that Ryder gets a little bit of extra bacon because, dear God, he's stressed.
Jimmy's
and
wrapping
just start
his
bolting after her.
Jimmy's wrapping his arm around Dorme's arm as if trying to be gentlemanly, and it seems weird when he does it because he's never done it before, but he's trying to do the whole chivalrous arm here thing and trying to slow the roll as they
Dorme will stop a little bit. Okay, well, let's see. She'll bring her arm up. She goes, you put your arm up like this. Think like a chicken wing. Like put your hand to your side.
Hold on, I have an idea. And he switches over his journal into his other hand in order to do this. They finally get it.
And Dorme will loop her arm just like
Who
so.
all's going with Isabella, Dorme, and Jimmy? Just those three? Dorothea? Okay.
Sweets will reluctantly. It's one of those like, if somebody's gonna keep an eye on them, and fuck this shit.
One by
one gets up, puts her phone away. Actually, no, she's just gonna walk while still playing her game.
I'm just imagining Sweets just giving out an exasperated sigh, like someone who works at the DMV. Just
as you make your way out into the hallway, your footsteps very quietly making their way down the corridor. You turn, and you find Prunella standing there. Well, not standing, walking down the hallway, having somehow found her way in through the front door.
Prue's looking around, like, because she was not shown this place before she ran off the first time.
Oh, thank the gods I found the right place.
Were you the one causing all the ruckus?
I don't think so.
Was I?
The directions that Ryder would have given, nowhere near the front door.
I don't think so. What kind of ruckus are you talking about?
Jimmy's just gonna point. Oh, it's the chip girl.
Hi.
Sorry, introductions. Jimmy, Prunella, Jimmy.
He was at Elysium. He knows my name. He's just calling me that because that's the most memorable thing he has about me at this point.
I guess the best way to put it is it's the most appropriate without being inappropriate in regards to what else I could call you, and I don't want to call you that because it's rude.
Prue is thrown for a second and then realizes he probably means because Maki doesn't like her. So she just kind of nods and takes it. Looks to Dorme.
Did you guys get out of wherever we were okay?
Surprisingly enough, yes. Which I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it, but Anyway, apparently there's been a ruckus. Have you seen Isabella run by here?
I don't think so. Sorry, I was looking around to make sure I found the right place. I probably should have had you guys tell me where you lived before I ran off after Elysium.
Don't worry, it happens. But you found it, so good on you.
Is Adelie here?
She's in the cafeteria.
Yeah, Adelie is on the floor in the middle of the cafeteria because Ryder didn't tell her to get back up and she's waiting for her treat.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in the cafeteria. Just go around the way we just came from. You'll find it.
Prue.
Sweets.
What did you say?
Careful of sweets. She's just behind us.
I just have to go and make sure that she's okay. Okay?
And so just goes, walks around the corner, maybe gives Sweets like a nod of acknowledgement, but doesn't try and say anything as she goes past, and just goes into the cafeteria and sees Adelie sitting at the feet of a werewolf, and she just kind of stops.
As he watch,
head.
the werewolf rider walks over, literally gives Adelie a couple of pats on the head, and then keeps walking. I didn't say it was going to be a good treat. I just said I'd give you a treat.
Disrespect.
You know you like it.
You treat me the same way Maybe does. Now I know where he gets it from.
I didn't trick you. You did it because he wanted to. You thought you were getting something out of it. That's not my problem.
It's the last time I sit for you.
Oh, I don't.
Just gonna get up and walk over to Maybe and sit next to him.
Oh, I don't think so. I mean,
Prue, you
Go
finish. Prue is just watching all of this, like, taking it in. Scans over the room, sees either, I don't know who would be closest to the entrance, if it would be, no, Isabella's not in there, so she sees Sammy, and just kind of makes eye contact.
Is this normal?
I'd really like to say it's not, but unfortunately, yes.
Got it.
She turns to look at Adelie and looks like she's about to go over. But then she pauses. And she is clearly considering something. And her hand goes to the pouch you saw her pull the green chip out of at Elysium. And she looks back to Sammy.
Is now a good time to talk to her?
We, for once, don't have anything awkward going on other than the trips that we took, but we've, I suppose, gotten over that, so yeah, I'd have a talk with her.
Another double take between Adelie and Sammy.
And should I expect to have my favor thrown back in my face again?
Adelie isn't as, I can't come up with a good word. She's not that. To be fair.
I mean, I wouldn't blame her either way considering what happened, but just knowing what to expect because that wasn't expected.
Agreed, but yeah. Adelie should be a more pleasant experience.
Nothing about this is going to be pleasant. It's just a matter if it's bearable.
Fair.
I realized I wasn't pressing
You're fine.
for prototype now. Nothing about this is going to be pleasant. It's just going to be bearable. And then she goes over and sits down across from Audley and Maybe, and just kind of waits for them to notice she's there.
So Audley notices immediately because she doesn't know you. She's just like, did we adopt someone while I was gone? What happened?
Not exactly. This is, like I said, not gonna be pleasant. My name is Prunella. I am here for many reasons. One is that during the trip to Elysium that you were not present for, the prince assigned me to stay with you guys and help you clean up the mess that has been going on around you. That is not any of your fault. And so I have to do that because the prince told me to. But at the same time, and she opens the pouch on her bag and pulls out a green poker chip, just like the one you found in your apartment.
Hey, that looks familiar.
Hi. I'm the one who put it there.
Why?
Like I said in my note, I owe you.
You're gonna have to explain a little more, because you can't really owe me if I've never met you.
You haven't met me, but I have seen you before.
Well, I'm not very stealthy then.
Apparently neither am I, because the prince knew that I was there that night.
What night?
First, let me explain the poker chip, because explaining the less emotionally damaging part first. Because what I'm going to tell you after, I'm going to be honest, I'm half expecting you to throw that poker chip back in my face, because that's what Maki did when I tried to give her hers at Elysium.
That just sounds like a Maki thing to do, though. Without the reason, just gonna say.
That is not something I can make a judgment on. But let me explain. She reaches into her bag, sort of like she did at Elysium. She reaches into her bag, pulls out a red poker chip. I color sorted them this time, so I don't make the same mistake twice. Pulls out a red poker chip. This is a sign of a trivial boon. This is the sign of a minor boon. Pulls out the green poker chip, like the one she left in your apartment. This is the sign of a major boon.
Cool, I did something good.
No. I messed up. I did something bad, or more accurately, I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
Okay. What didn't you do?
The night you were at the warehouse, I'm not even going to try and be subtle. Serafina sent me there as well. She sent me to see if I could figure out what was going on and get everyone out. And so I was there. And I saw you and Anna go in. And I swear I thought Anna saw me. I did. And when she looked at me,
and she didn't say anything, and she had her guns with her. I figured you two had it handled, and like you said, you don't know me. I would have just gotten in the way, gotten caught in the crossfire, and so I left. I went back to Serafina, and I told her that you two had it handled, and she accepted that. I had fulfilled the boon that I owed her. But then I heard about Anna, and about the other ghoul who didn't make it. And then I heard about what happened with Kieran. If I had stayed, if I had gone in, maybe I could have helped. Maybe I could have saved her. And those of you who were at Elysium notice a stark difference. At Elysium, she kept her composure. She was cold. She was explaining it business-like. Here, where she's not in front of all of these vampires, there is emotion. There is regret. There is... This is just business for her. This is, she needs to repay a favor, but that doesn't mean she doesn't feel guilty. I messed up. You could have died, and it would have been at least partly my fault. So I owe you.
I'm going to be very calm when I say this. First of all, no, I am not upset about anything. I'm not gonna throw anything in your face. But I need you to understand something very, very important. What happened in that warehouse, what we faced, I truly believe, being that those of us who made it out barely made it out, there's a good chance that you would have been in not only the same danger, but could have had the same fate. So, personally, I'm glad you didn't go in with us. Because it wasn't a situation where more power against the big bad was going to give us the upper hand. It was a situation where one wrong move and you are dead, which was proven with Anna's sacrifice. There was no telling who of us was going to survive. So, being that those were the odds, I'm glad you didn't go in. You may feel that you owe a debt. And if that is how you feel, I will honor that. But I am telling you, as one of the survivors, that was not a situation where more people equals a win. It was a situation where more people could have been more deaths. So, there is nothing that I hold against you for not going in.
I appreciate that. But, and you see she has a similar look on her face to Elysium, but for a completely different reason. Again, this was not what she was expecting. This is the exact opposite of Maki's reaction, and she right now doesn't know which one is worse. So she just kind of shakes her head, and you see the mask go on. I had a job to do. I didn't do it. You're right. We don't know what could have happened. Maybe I would have died. Maybe, though, maybe I could have saved her. Maybe I could have helped. Maybe I could have, if not Anna, the kid. I could have gotten the kid out of there. We don't know what could have happened because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I called off the job halfway. Serafina and you and Sammy and everyone can tell me till you are blue in the face that it's not my fault, but I messed up and I need to make it right.
And I'm gonna let you make it right because that's where your heart is. But I'm telling you, my personal opinion is that I I am glad you didn't go in. I am glad that you left, because that was not the kind of situation that I wanted anybody else in. And I believe that Anna wouldn't have wanted it either.
And that is something else that we will never know. But anyway, wipes her eyes and you see like a little speck of red as she's trying not to cry. After I found out what happened, I went to Serafina, and there was a conversation there of what I owed her because I didn't do my job. She called in a green chip, points at the one that I'm assuming that she has. There's one on the table. I don't know if it's Audley's. I don't know if it's the one that Prue put down, but there's one on the table. She called in one of those, and I didn't do what I was asked to. So a deal was struck to help me, much like you, get to a point where I felt everything was fair, where I could set things right. I don't expect Maki to ever forgive me. I'm glad you do, but I don't expect her to ever forgive me. And one of the things Serafina asked me to do was keep an eye on you all. Specifically Maki, but well, that's been complicated. So I figured if she doesn't want me around, the next best thing I can do is keep an eye on you.
Works. Am I just collecting people now? She's just gonna say this to the whole cafeteria. Am I just collecting people now?
You see half the werewolves that are there just kind of shrug and kind of nod. Go back to eating a moment later.
She's gonna look at
joins
maybe
in on that reaction.
She's gonna look at maybe and be like, "See, I told you I could have a harem if I wanted one."
Somebody from the back of the crowd. I'm not complaining. As we close up with that for the moment, we're going to shift our focus to the group in the hallway. Making their way down the hallway shortly after Prue walks into the cafeteria. It takes you guys a very long moment to figure out what Ryder was talking about. You're listening. Then you hear it. You hear a very loud thud. Almost like something's crashing.
It's not me for once!
Dorme's gonna go ahead and activate Sense the Unseen.
Sense the Unseen is always active, and there does not appear to be anything there. Yes, Jimmy.
And I pop Scry the Soul and see if anything's there.
You're welcome to roll me a rouse check.
Dorme's just gonna look around. Well, we know what it's not.
What's your hunger at?
Because I had the bag of blood, which made it down to 1. Now I'm back up to 2.
There's nothing there. But you hear, again, a very loud crash echoing through the hallways.
Isabella's bolting to the sound.
Why does she do this? Will you wait for us?
I believe it has something to do.
Will you be
I believe
faster?
it has something to do with impulse control issues, but
Dorme's gonna look at Jim. Jimmy, let's hoof it.
You make it a few steps down the hall before a very loud crash, almost like something breaking and shattering like glass or something.
Isabella's still bolting towards the sound.
Yeah, I'm bolting behind Isabella.
Make it down the hallway. It's coming from one of the resident rooms.
What the hell?
Isabella opens the door.
You are almost hit by the lamp that was beside Elizabeth's bed. The bedroom is dressed in soft neutrals and calming blues. A low hum of stillness hangs in the air, broken only every so often by things that are being thrown at the walls, a shattered mirror laying to one side. The centerpiece of this room, bedding, is a deliberate blend of deep blue, crisp white. The textured comforter mirrors almost like calm water. The snowy colored throw lies folded neatly across the foot. You see Elizabeth laying on the bed underneath the covers, eyes open, having just thrown something at the door, narrowly missing your head. Above her bed, 3 botanical prints stretch across the pale wall, their delicate lines and muted tones adding a fairly quiet grace to this room, almost like home, like there's life here. To the right of the bed is a simple wooden nightstand which used to hold a white shaded lamp and a small decorative piece. Mounted just above it is a lush eucalyptus wreath. It almost smells a bit earthy in here. The pale wood on the floor has been completely redone, smooth underfoot, with a thick white rug nestled at the foot of the bed like fallen snow. Overhead, there's a modern chandelier which is wildly swinging back and forth. You're assuming probably because Isabella's aim was a little bit off. She may have hit things she wasn't supposed to. Opposite the bed...
Elizabeth's aim.
Pardon?
Isabella?
You said Isabella, it's Elizabeth's
Sorry.
aim.
My mistake. Opposite the bed, a rustic gray dresser stands, its weathered finish contrasting beautifully with the softness of the space. Tasseled white runner drapes across its surface, adding a bit of texture. The shattered mirror above was irregular in shape, and probably drew light and attention in its reflection at one point, but it can't do that anymore because it's in pieces all over the dresser and all over the floor. You see on the windowsill a cat curled up. It lifts its head briefly as the door opens, and it blinks with a bit of a lazy curiosity before putting its head back down and seeming to go back to sleep. Before it
Oh, by all means, don't
before
get
it's
up.
hit with something from from Elizabeth. And then it splits. The cat runs out the door and down the hallway.
Kitty!
Jeremy is going to walk inside.
Elizabeth, why don't you describe yourself at the moment?
So, Elizabeth is weakly laying there and is just like gargling in a hoarse voice, just, anyone help, God, like just this like painful just like sound, and literally just like continuing to just she's not even looking, she's just she opened the drawer, she's just throwing anything she can because she's trying to get attention. So she hears Isabella and just goes, oh thank God,
Doc!
blood, fridge, corner,
here?
blood, please, no, not you, blood, fridge, corner.
Well, now I'm offended.
Jimmy's going Jimmy's
Dorme's gonna bolt over to the.
Yeah, Jimmy's going over to the fridge, opening up, grabbing a bag, going over to Elizabeth. He doesn't know who she is, and stuffs it in her mouth.
Chugging it.
And then after you see Sweets come in with several bags, because she's gonna need more than one Jimmy, and just tosses them all on the bed.
Just
You've never seen anybody down a bag of blood this fast. Ever.
Unfortunately, the blood is just getting all over her, all over the comforter, which why did she get a white comforter?
Oh, that's never gonna come out.
Just continuing to just like suck these down and then throw them like the other shit. Just like
Hey. We
Until
just gotta
finally-
use lemon juice and hydrogen peroxide.
Alka-Seltzer and lemon juice for blood.
And then finally she's just like, Isabella, I didn't mean that to sound mean. I just, if I drank from you, I wouldn't be able to stop. Oh.
Well, good morning,
Yeah.
sunshine.
How long was I out?
You were out?
Oh, so not long then, thank God.
A couple days at least. We
Oh my
went
God.
to
Wait,
a
what?
museum. Yes,
Actually,
we went
probably a lot
down.
more than that.
Oh
Yes.
God.
You came back to us unconscious from
And then-
Elysium, and you've been out since then.
And then Elizabeth looks at Isabella and just like, I love your hair.
Oh, thank you. I also got more ear piercings.
I love it. And then turns to Sweets and just like hands on comforter, like, hi. Looks at Jimmy. Hi.
Sorry.
Sweets? Wasn't there another one that was with her?
And then turns to look at Lydia, who is laying beside her, who is still unconscious.
Oh, there she is.
Oh my God. Where is everybody else?
The cafeteria.
Ryder told Ottilie to sit, and she's still there to my knowledge.
That's a good girl. Okay.
And Sammy's doing coordination stuff with Jasper and talking organization. Oh, before I forget, Elizabeth, this fine fella is Jimmy, and his lovely companion there is Miss Sweets.
Where's Dorothea?
Lurking in the back of the room.
In true Dorothea fashion.
Jimmy pulls out of his satchel, quite literally, a small little hourglass, and is just holding it, looking at it now.
Seeing such a trinket, Elizabeth looks around her room and just goes, yeah. I didn't know what else to do. I think I've been laying here for hours.
That's completely fine.
Oh,
Dorme will happen to turn and look at Jimmy looking at his hourglass. Where'd you get that?
Oh, I bought it a while ago.
That's just Jimmy being Jimmy. Don't pay any mind to it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
don't-
need a maid or something. Because, like, now you know.
first, I need to talk to everybody else and figure out what the fuck happened.
Everyone
And then
else is in
I'm
the
gonna need a
cafeteria.
drink.
Oh, another one? And he grabs a bag, hands it to you, another full bag, and hands it to her.
Not what I meant, but still downs it.
Oh, that would be in the cafeteria, the mess hall, the kitchen.
The cafeteria, Jimmy, but still, all great synonyms.
You look like a whiskey
Can-
girl.
Can you get up of your own volition right now? Because you were pretty starved there for a while.
Isabella suddenly has a shit-eating grin on her face as she says, I could get the old man to carry you.
Darme will just give us, slowly turn her head, giving her Isabella a very cross look. Like, really, bitch?
I don't
Voice
know.
speak.
I don't know, storyteller. Can I
The
get up?
voice speaks from behind the crowd, from behind the group. I mean, I suppose I could if you really wanted.
Darme will jump. Jesus, I'm gonna put a bell on you sometime.
Hey, old man.
Hello.
Jimmy turns around and looks at Ryder and hands him the hourglass and says, hold this for one moment. Just be patient.
Why?
Just be patient.
Why?
Jimmy, we have been accursed by many objects, so you're gonna have to explain.
Patience.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She says and just lays back like, ugh, it was a metaphor.
No, he's not here right now.
So Sweets is just going to gently grab Jimmy, put the hourglass down. I get it. You want to do the thing. You can't do the thing right now because there's other things that need to get taken care of. So you keep this thing, and then we'll do the other thing, and then after that we can do your thing. Okay?
I take it there's a lot of things here that need to be done.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I understood all of that.
I lost track after thing 2.
Ryder walks into the room, kind of looks around. Sleek. I like it. So, tell me, can you walk of your own volition, or do you need me to carry you?
What am I rolling, storyteller?
That's up to you.
Jimmy turns out, how about a shower?
For comedic
It is pretty
purposes,
wet
I'm
in
gonna
here.
say no.
Ryder looks around at the group. Why don't you guys just go give us a moment? We'll get her.
Okay.
We'll get her
I'll
out
go.
of bed. We'll make sure she's cleaned up.
Cafeteria and say she'll look at the state of the room and look at the state of Elizabeth. Let's call it 15, 20.
Ryder looks.
An hour.
Ryder
at
looks
least.
at his watch, looks over at Elizabeth, looks at the rest of you and back to his watch. Give me about 45 minutes. Bare minimum.
Done.
Yeah,
All
that-
right.
that's a shampoo twice kind of job. Good luck with that. And Sweets is going to leave.
All right, everybody out. Nothing to
Can we
see.
go? She's gonna tug Dorme's jacket and be like, "Can we go find the cat?"
We're good. You ate all your food. We can go look for the cat.
Yes, please go find the cat.
Jimmy's walking
Yes!
out. Well, is that a sexual joke or what?
It really wasn't, Jamie. It really wasn't.
I interpreted it that way, Jimmy, so you're not alone there. Everybody, come on. Let's go. We gotta find a cat.
You do
We go searching for the
eventually
cat.
manage to find the cat. Scared shitless. It's actually Whiskers.
Oh, baby.
Whiskers!
The cat is in one of the common rooms. Scared just absolutely shitless. The moment it sees Isabella, however, he's purring, curled up in her arms, allowing you to move freely throughout the complex. We're going to leave Elizabeth and Ryder for a moment. And we're going to skip just a little bit. Give it
45 minutes worth?
About an hour. We once again find you in the cafeteria. A fairly clean-looking Elizabeth and Ryder walk in. Ryder's combing his now damp hair, looking mighty pleased with himself.
Jimmy's just staring at Elizabeth right now.
Dorme just kind of gives like a side eye, but she's also drinking her own blood bag, so to take her hunger down to 1, like, know what you did.
Does Elizabeth look pleased?
Elizabeth looks relaxed.
For the first time since this campaign started.
No, we can all smell what you did, right?
As here, chatting him. Go ahead.
Prunella, I don't know if Marley's not here, so I won't try and finagle anything there. I think after talking with Audley, Prue kind of left her with Maybe, let them get back to their shenanigans, and she's been sitting kind of like Dorothea off in a corner, and at some point she pulled out those 2 black poker chips and has just been kind of turning them in her hand. And then she looks up when she hears Ryder and Elizabeth come in, sees this vampire that last she saw was a corpse on the floor of Elysium.
Oh, you're awake. Hi.
This is Prunella. She's cool. Mostly. She disappears a lot. Also, this is my cat now.
I'm just glad that the cat is okay and happy. Apparently, the cat has been keeping me company all these days. And it is a pleasure to meet you as well. But we all gotta talk because I think that what happened to me wasn't random. So, and again, memory is really fuzzy. So I went to speak with Elijah and Lydia. For those that are new, the woman that was laying next to me, that's Lydia. That's my progeny. All memories are really hazy, but one thing I know for sure is that we were walking together, Lydia and I, to go to Elysium because I needed to introduce her to the prince. She was an emergency turning. She was bleeding out. She was gonna die. Anyway. I got... like, Elizabeth is really struggling with memory here. Really struggling. I was stabbed in the back. First. Because I just remember Lydia was in front of me. She turned around. I was stabbed in the back by something. She turned around, eyes wide. And then it all went black. It all went dark. only thing I remember is them talking about a Methuselah, and then black. And then I woke up in my room, and no one could hear me, and you guys know the rest from there. This looks at dead in the eye of Sammy. Looks at Sammy dead in the eye. Val was a Methuselah. One of the last of her kind.
Exactly what I was thinking. And Val is now missing.
Whatever happened to me the other night, it's weakened me. I know for a fact that I can't go, but this is all connected. I really feel it. Val has to be found. She's been missing. You guys gotta go after Val. Because something isn't adding up. And something isn't right.
Prue raises a hand. Have you all caught her up on what she's missed since she left?
There's been a few things I think that she could be aware of.
It was only 3 days. How many shenanigans could you guys get into in 3? No, I shouldn't ask that.
It was way more.
It wasn't that many.
It
wasn't
way
that
more than 3
many.
I shouldn't ask that in this group. All right, lay it on me.
So, one thing is that you are not the only one that everything faded to black.
In very different contexts, though.
We all faded to black. Albeit we ended up going over after being framed for a massacre, found out it wasn't us. We're pretty sure something happened. We're not quite sure what happened. We're trying to figure that out. We ended up meeting someone that was in essentially what would be considered the dreaming, if you know what that is. It is on top, but it was kind of like pseudo-dreaming, so it was like in between realms and everything. We ended up going back in time. That was fun. Ended up doing a little shenanigans. Ryder was saved by us because we had to give a message. And then we came back and, oh yeah, there's a ton of things. So you're telling me there's a Methuselah that's missing that is a part of this coterie?
We also, the group was split, and we also went back in time. We prevented Isabella from getting arrested when she was 14.
In short, a lot of shit happened.
Yeah.
I know I'm kind of new to this group, but there is something I feel like might be relevant information.
Go ahead.
So, oddly, I intended to have the conversation we did earlier when you opened the circus. I was there that night. And then I got a call while I was waiting in the shadows for Seraphina to introduce me. I went outside, and the next thing I remember, I was waking up in someone's basement. I have no idea how I got there.
Oh no, that was for a lot of people. Apparently everyone here also lost like those 3 days. Even Ricky.
Yeah, that's not the only time that's happened. Recently we all were at your warehouse to do what Jimmy was talking about. You all, I'm assuming, woke up together wherever you woke up. I, again, woke up somewhere completely different that I've never been before.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I wasn't around for a bit. I was looking for you, oddly, but then I, got pulled into a job.
Well, it's okay because, we ended up, I thought I was dead for a while. Then it turns out I wasn't dead, and then I was back in time, and then now I have a daddy, and I'm okay with that. But I did go back and talk to one of our other daddies. I should probably have told everyone that.
Audley, Audley, was this like one of Tyrion's fucking dream trials, or was this something different?
Hey, hear me out.
Oh god.
When we went to the whole opening of the circus thing, and then all of this stuff happened, and then the prince showed up and it was like rah rah rah, and I was like, I'm gonna go find my people. I ended up in a place, and then we all ended up in a place where we met the storyteller person, and some of us went back in time for a purpose. The whole saving Ryder thing, well, not really saving, but helping Ryder get turned.
What did you save him from?
Well, okay, listen. I may have gone and messed up the timeline by talking to Daddy Dougie. But it doesn't look like I did a bad job messing up the timeline because I told Daddy Dougie. But I talked to Daddy Dougie, and then we went and found Ryder. And it was the worst and yet best day of Ryder's life. Not just because I was there, but now Ryder is Daddy, which makes you Mommy, which is really fun. Because hey, I know, right? But yeah, so we should not let.
What did you save him from, though?
Drugs.
Himself.
Yeah, himself, his doom, and extra chompies from Moon Moon.
Hey, where's Dorothea? Dorothea, you could help with this conversation a bit.
Dorothea wants to be anywhere near me still. Still.
Of which there is a conversation I need to have regarding that. There's another thing everyone should know, as she looks over at Isabella very pointedly.
Stormy will just follow the gaze with a smirk on her face.
It turns out someone's memory loss didn't start in the Shadowlands. It started earlier. Much earlier. It might even be, I don't know, when she first showed up. So in other words, she looks over at Dorothea rather pointedly. Nobody could have protected her from this. Whatever Tyrion did, he either screwed it up or he damn well knew this was going to happen and did it anyway. Our girl's been losing her memories bit by bit. And instead of telling us she didn't want to burden, as is on brand for her, so instead she's just been keeping this secret to herself the whole time.
And as Sammy's
Anything you want to add?
Doromae's, as Sammy turns their attention to Dorothea, Doromae is going to be standing, getting slightly closer and kind of in front of Isabella in a protective stance.
Can I just say that I'm not mad at Dorothea? I get the reaction. I just wish the hate would stop on me, because I'm not guilty.
That's the point. Nobody is. I don't think anyone could have stopped this. The bastard knew what he was doing, probably.
Thanks for airing my dirty laundry, Mom.
You are our dirty laundry sweetheart. We all care,
I think the
even
laundry
if you don't
smells
want us to.
pleasant. I think the
We wouldn't
laundry
have to air
smells
anything
pleasant.
out if you just washed it yourself.
It smells pleasant. We use detergent.
It does smell very pleasant, but the point is, and now Doromay's going to look at Dorothea, again, the whole serenity prayer. Lord, give me the strength to change what I can, to change what I can. The patience to accept what I cannot, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Lizzie will say that
Dorothea-
last line with you at the same time.
Dorothea, I think you owe somebody an apology. I suggest you get to it. And she's just staring ice daggers at Dorothea because she knows what she did to Adelie. And she's over her bullshit.
Trust me, I understand the reaction too. There's a reason why I had the same rage that got thrown right back at you, and I minorly apologize for that, but at the same time, it's just how this works. I was just as upset that she was losing her memories. We've got too many problems, and this is just one of them. We've got a missing Methuselah, we've got missing memories, we've got missing a bunch of things.
There's a soft voice.
And it looks like we have a
There's
lot
a
of
soft
things to
throat
find.
clearing that comes from the main entrance of the cafeteria as you're talking. One of the wolves is a fair bit lower down on the totem pole than a lot of the others around here is standing there. Was anybody here expecting a delivery?
Isabella takes out her little book of big questions to double check if she was expecting
There's
a
nothing
delivery. Pointedly avoiding eye contact with the people who didn't know about her memory loss. She just says, nope.
Okay. So, I mean, at least that's one thing you're not missing then? I have a delivery here for you. Came through the front door about 20 minutes ago. And this like little short, scrawny thing walks in through the door and places a stack of letters on one of the tables, and then a moment later turns around and walks out.
You didn't think to check the mysterious delivery before bringing it into the center of the building?
Not my job.
Looks at Ryder, who she's gathered as the one who's in charge.
Ryder's kind of... Ryder stands there for a moment, looks at the wolf that's kind of walking back out through the door, takes a nice long sip from his steaming hot cup of coffee, picks at a piece of bacon, and takes his sweet time, but he does eventually walk over to the table where the letters are, where the letters have been placed. You know, for people who don't die, you sure are kind of scared of dying.
Think of us more as lobsters and how just about anything can eat us.
He picks up one letter, he looks at it, picks up another letter, looks at it. Then a moment later, he picks up the stack, and he just starts shuffling through them for a moment, and then one by one, he walks over to each of you. He hands one to Adelie, he hands one to Sammy, he hands one to Isabella, to Dorme, to Jimmy, to Sweets, to Prue, to Elizabeth, and to Dorothea. The envelopes that he's passed to you all have your names scrawled on them in fancy handwriting.
Okay. So this is potentially not good. Because there's only 2 people who should know I'm here.
Jimmy's opening his letter, and taking out the letter.
Prue is
Go ahead.
Prue is cautiously doing the same.
Dorme's doing the same thing, but she's also checking like the kind of paper, if there's a seal of any kind on it, anything that could be identifying.
There's no seal on it. It's regular paper. It's not actual official letterhead or anything like that. It's just a piece of paper inside. Give me 1 second. I've got sirens.
I realized as I was saying what I was saying that Prue misspoke because the prince announced in front of all of Elysium that she was going to be here.
Mistakes are made. It's fine.
As you... 1 second. As you pull out the letters one by one and flip them open to read them, there's no identifying marks on the letters themselves or the envelopes. No return address. Dear, insert name here, you are cordially invited to the grand reopening of the VIP lounge at my place. We have a hell of a show for you lined up, and we are also opening a new section of the club. We hope you will enjoy. There will be entertainment, there will be music, there will be dancing, there will be drinking. Audley's, however, goes a bit further. By the way, I'm working on an opening ceremony, a grand reopening ceremony for you. All expenses paid. I'll cover it this time. And believe me when I tell you, this time failure is not an option because we have an ace up our sleeves. I'm getting my sorceress to look into it.
The minute that Prue read my place, she visibly relaxed and just muttered,
"Oh, thank God it's Sarah."
Out of the envelope, each slides a ticket. It's golden color. It's not actual gold, but it's like golden color. It's got your names inscribed on it. And admit one.
Wow, she's really stepped up her game. Look at this.
Sister Seraphina's always been a little bit extra, even when she was a nun.
Well, I'll tell you what, if my pastor father gave these out at church, he would have a bigger congregation.
Oh, and your drinks are on me for the night.